All right, let's start. How about we start standing because we want to get rid of some desk tension. And just if we're sitting all day, maybe it'll be a nice change to start standing. Okay. And I think we started our entire series in standing, if I remember correctly. So it'll be a good way to finish. So we have our feet planted, hips distance apart. Let's just move the shoulders around. Just an initial loosening up. Any other parts, maybe bring hands to hips and just take some circles with the trunk. Just this initial release so that we can, stand and relax the body even while we're standing a little bit more efficiently. So let's have hands to hips and just shake out a leg. A couple of shakes. Shake out the other leg. Have the feet planted. Shake the arms out. And we'll take the shoulders up towards the ears, release them back and lower them down. Take the chin forward and then draw the chin slightly in just so we align the neck with the rest of the spine. That is a common issue. When they're not aligned, we get neck aches, upper back aches. And let's just close the eyes. We're going to activate the arms a little. So bring the palms to face forward. The fingers don't have to be really stretched out, just gently opened. And even while we're standing like this, we're going to see if we can relax a little bit before we go further. So let's bring the attention to the top of the head and see if you can relax the top of the head. Relax the forehead, the eyes, the cheeks, the nose, the lips, the chin, the ears, the back of the neck, the front of the neck, the sides of the neck. Relax the space around the collarbone, now the chest and the shoulders. Relax through the right arm and the left arm. Now relax through the front of the trunk, the back of the trunk. Relax the right leg from the hip down to the toes and the sole of the feet, and the left leg from the hips to the sole of the feet. So it's not a full sense of relaxation, but we've already relaxed some of the tension that was pre-existing there. Now with a quieted mind, a little bit more than before, let's take our attention to the breath and just notice how we're breathing. See what parts of the body moves with the breath, every inhalation, every exhalation. Notice if the arms seem to inflate and deflate as you breathe in and out. And before we change the breath, just see as if you could imagine that the whole body is breathing. So the whole body, feeling that inhalation throughout the whole physical body, all the limbs, all the muscles, the bones, the ligaments, the tendons. And then let's focus on developing a deeper breath. So you can keep hands like this, or you can bring left hand to heart, right hand to belly. And on the inhalation, expand the belly. Then draw the belly in as you exhale. Now we're going to work all the way up to the chest. So inhale, expand the belly, the rib cage, and then the chest, in that order. And as you exhale, release from the chest, the rib cage, and then the belly. Inhaling, filling completely, inflating. Exhaling, completely deflating. So let's keep breathing nice and deeply, just allowing us to think about these bodies as vessels for life, vessels for this life force that we're working with that rides the breath. And our practice is to really care for the life that is thriving within these physical bodies. So let's keep the breath nice and even. See if you can get a 5-second inhale, 5-second exhale. A little shorter, a little longer, either way. Keep them even. And then let's start to move the body. So let's bring the arms alongside the body. And on the next inhalation, we'll reach the arms all the way up, bring the head back, palms together, draw the thumbs into the heart center. Lower the head all the way down so you feel the back of the neck stretch a little. Inhaling and taking the arms all the way up. Head comes back. Exhale, bring the hands in. Take 3 more of these big motions. So the next time we have the arms up, let's keep them lifted. And on the exhalation, let's take a side bend to the right. Right hand can come down the leg, left arm up and over. And on the next breath in, come all the way back up. Exhaling over to the left. Left arm releases, right arm up and over to the left. And we'll inhale, come to center, bring the palms together, draw the thumbs into the heart center. We're going to move into a chair posture, the thing we're trying to get away from. So bring the big toes together and the heels will be apart. So the ankles are apart so you don't feel the bones pressing into one another. But if you like them pressed together, you can. So from here, roll the shoulders back, make sure the spine is tall. This is also known as fierce posture. Bend the knees and let the knees press into one another. So more than, you have much more support when you're pushing the legs into each other than when you're keeping them apart. And we want to have the trunk as upright as possible rather than leaning forward. So really lifting through the heart. Now let's just straighten the legs and then let's inhale and this time reach the arms all the way upwards as you also bend the knees. Take a deep breath in. Bring the hands together, exhale, and straighten the legs. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, bend the knees. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring the hands together and come back up to standing. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, bend the knees. Deep breath. And we'll exhale, hands together, draw them back in, straighten the legs. This time we'll hold it for a moment. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And exhale, bend the knees. Let's twist open to the right. So take a deep breath in. On the exhale, keeping the knees pressed together. Take the left arm forward and the right arm back, looking past the right thumb. The thighs might be feeling this. Let's go ahead and straighten up. Bring the right arm to center, straighten the legs. Bend the knees again, and then exhale, twist open to the left. And we'll inhale, bring that left arm back up, straighten the legs. This time let's come into a back bend. Engage the lower body, the thighs, the glutes. Take the arms up and behind. Straighten up and bring the palms together, thumbs into the heart center. So we're going to take some lunges today. If you have blocks around, yoga blocks, they can come in handy if you have tight legs or back or anything like that. Otherwise, we'll just work with what we have. So let's inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, lower the hands all the way down to a forward fold. Let's linger here for a moment actually before we go further. So we might heel toe the feet apart to the edges of the mat, and that way it'll kind of make some space if we're tighter in the legs and the back. You might bend the knees. Just notice what kind of tightness you're working with. Our goal is to find a balance between strength and flexibility. It's the perfect amount of tension for life to use this body and use the limbs and the muscles and the organs. So let's bring the feet back to hips distance apart. Come up halfway and lengthen the spine. You can take arms out to the sides to help activate the upper back a bit. And then we'll exhale, lower back down, bend the knees, and step the left foot to the back of the mat. You have an option. You can bring the left knee down or you can keep the toes down. See if you want to be more or less active. And so we have hands down, maybe prop up to the fingers if palms doesn't work. Maybe you even need to come up a little further so you can bring right hand to right thigh, left fingers down, or both hands to the thigh and the left knee down. Once you find out what works for your body, roll over the toes, step the left foot up and switch legs, exhaling the right foot back. Finding a nice low lunge. And we're going to step the right foot back up into a forward fold. Come up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release down. Step the left foot back. And inhale, stretch the heart and the head up. Exhale, just feeling the legs relax in. And then on the inhale, we'll switch sides. So inhaling to center, exhaling the right foot back. Nice deep breath in, stretching the heart and the head up. And exhale, feel the legs relax and bring that right foot up. Come up halfway, lengthen the spine once again. Exhale, lower down. This time we'll bring hands down, step the left foot back, and then bring the knee all the way down and lift the trunk. Bring the hands to the thigh. Hands to the right thigh. Next inhale, let's reach the arms all the way upwards. On the exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So left arm forward, right arm behind. If that's a little intense for that right arm, just bring the right hand to the right hip. We're twisting to the right. Next inhale, bring the arms back to center. Lift them up. Come into a bit of a back bend. Really sink in. Separate the distance between the right foot and the left knee. Make sure the right knee is over the right ankle, though. You don't want to go past that ankle. And we'll bring the right forearm to the right thigh. Take the left arm up and over to the right for another side bend. And inhale back into the middle. Exhale, this time bring your hands to the inside of the right foot and heel toe the right foot over to the right. We have the left knee down. We've got the palms down now. See if you can keep that right foot planted. But you might move the right knee a little bit just to loosen the hip up. And then we're just going to pause here. So we really want the left knee as far back as we can take it rather than under the hip. And then just breathing. So if you're really open in the hips, you might be able to bring the forearms down on top of blocks or on top of the mat. Otherwise, we're good here. You might bend the elbows if you have a little space. Let's take another breath or two. Let's roll over the back toes and scooch that left knee up a little bit. Bring the right foot back and draw the right knee down. So we're just going to get into the other side in a different way from hands and knees. Bring the left foot forward. And then from here we slide that right knee back and rise up. So we want to find the right position. Left knee over left ankle. Right knee behind right hip. Inhale, reach the arms up. We're going to find that twist in a moment. Take another breath or so. Next exhalation, open the arms, taking the right arm forward, the left arm behind or left hand to hip, turning the head to the left. And we'll come back into the middle, reach the arms up, and we'll take left hand to that left thigh, right arm up and over to the left. And inhaling back into the center. We can take both of the arms up for a moment and sink in, find that back bend. Lifting the heart, the arms back, the head back. We're going to be exhaling and bringing the hands down to the inside of the left foot, which will scooch over to the left. Plant the hands down as best as you can. Fists are also good if your wrists are tired. See maybe about moving the left knee about just to get that hip joint engaged, rolling around in there. And then when you're ready, let's just relax into this if you can. Breathing as best as we can. Maybe forearms come down if you're more open. And we'll come up halfway, roll over the back toes, draw that right knee forward a little, heel toe the left foot back and come to table. Let's rest in child's posture for a moment. You can separate the knees, bring the hips down to the heels, and release the trunk. Arms can be extended forward. They can be resting behind the back. I like this one in particular. Yogi hand gesture is the name for it, but you take your right fingers and simply hold the left wrist. And just lets the shoulders kind of relax. And you hold that for a little bit, and then you just switch over to the other hand. So if you're there, go ahead and switch hands. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Let's come up to hands and knees into table and just start to move through a few cat-cows. So inhaling, let the belly sink. Tailbone and head gently rise. They don't get forced. Exhale, empty the lungs. Draw the rib cage in. The head and the tailbone shift downward. Take a few of these. And then we'll come into a neutral table. Knees can stay under hips or open them up slightly. Let's take that right arm and reach it upwards. So this is like preparation for thread the needle. Keep the left arm straight and then exhale, thread the right arm under the left arm. So you turn to the left. You can feel left shoulder stretch a little. Inhale, pick the right arm back up. You can even feel the core a little bit here too. So then exhale, draw in. This is our second. We're just going to take 5. But this is something that in physical therapy, when I had to do it a couple of years ago, I had to take 30 because 30 is like their magic number. So if you have issues, I think this is number 5 coming up, with the upper back achy, this is a good one. I've found it to be very helpful. Then we'll go ahead and bring the right hand down. But give it a shot to give 10 or 20 or 30 of them per day. Next, inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, threading through, right arm stays straight. So you can feel the stretch of the right shoulder too. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale. Five seems like a low number, but I often lose my count. So I think this is 5. It could be 6, but we're good here. We'll go ahead and reach it up. And then bring the hand down. So let's come to seated. We're gonna go through a couple other favorites that we might have done previously. But first, let's work on the hands actually. And a nice way to do it, multitasking, is taking the left leg forward. Not really multitasking because we're just working with one body. Or bring the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. We have the left toes pointing up. If it's too much to have the leg straight, bend it. That way you can keep the trunk lifted. Take the left arm forward and flip the palm to face forward with the fingers up. Keep the left arm straight. Again, left leg bent or straight. Just sitting up nice and tall. Now take the right fingers to the left fingers and just pull them in. Take a breath in and out, and release the hand, creating a fist. Turn the fist down. Now hold that left fist, pulling it in slightly with the right fingers. I find this one is actually really, really important. If you do sun salutations, for example, and you have a lot of activity, a lot of extension in the wrists, doing this first is very helpful and good for preventing carpal tunnel. And we'll release, move the hand, give it a little swirl. You can feel the difference between the right and the left, but we're going to work on the leg first before we take the right. So inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, hinge forward, bring hands somewhere to the leg. Not too far if you're starting to round the back. Deep breath in, exhale, releasing. And we're going to actually do that a little bit more obviously. So in the next inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, bend the arms. The hands can stay in place. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. I always find this to be really helpful. Exhale, bend, and then this time we'll take a couple deep breaths. And inhale, straighten up, and let's switch. Right leg forward, left foot to the inside of the thigh. We will set up the right leg, take that right arm forward, palm forward, fingers up. Left fingers touching gently, the right fingers pulling them in. Deep breath in and out. Release, fist turns down. Draw that fist inward gently with the left fingers. Keep the arms straight. I'll get into the wrist and the forearm. Very, very good, important one, especially if you're using a mouse, whether your desk is ergonomic or not. Go ahead and release and move the hand around, and hopefully they feel equally floppy and alive. So we have the toes up. Let's inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift, keeping hands where they were. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more, inhale. And then we'll exhale, fold in, couple deep breaths. And release, rise up. Extend the left leg forward, bring the right foot down. We're going to go into a little twist, right hand behind, fingers face back. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, that left elbow outside of the right thigh. Squeeze the belly in so that you can get there. Put the right foot forward if you need to get some space. Once you have that, go ahead and keep that elbow bent and lower the forearm down as you turn. So it's the pressure of that left arm against that right leg. You can feel it behind the left shoulder blade, and that will help get rid of some tension, some aches. Balance of strength and flexibility. And we'll inhale, come to center, extend the right leg forward, left foot plants, left hand behind, fingers face back. Inhale the right arm up, exhale right elbow outside the left thigh, bent right arm, turn that forearm down, turning the head to the left. You might find that your twist is not balanced if you have any imbalances in the body. I have scoliosis, so I can't twist as far on one side as I can on the other. And just noticing that, we don't need to judge it, Just good to know the source. And we'll inhale, come to center. We're going to cross the ankles, fold the hands into each other, take the shoulders up, back, down, turn the head left and right. Bring the head to center, up and down. And bring the head to center, lift the right ear up. Head to center, left ear up. We're going to go back into that in a moment. Head to center, tilt left, right. Bring the head to center, cross the wrists, bring the fingers to the base of the neck, right to the above the clavicle. Push into this muscle, lift the chin. It's a very tight muscle. This is a good one to do multiple times a day as well. And we'll bring the head to center. Keep the left fingers on that right side of the neck and lift the right ear back up. Oh, after class, hopefully you'll sense the shoulders a little further down away from the ears naturally. Come back to center. Right fingers to the left side. You can release left hand. Inhale, lift that left ear upwards. And inhale, bring the head back to center, move it around, drop it, side to side, whatever feels good. Let's come down to the back. Once we're on the back, quick little hip release, right ankle to left thigh, and pull the left leg in. I don't remember if we've done this along these last 3 classes previously, so I went through that pretty quick, but right ankle on top of left thigh, and then we're just lifting the left foot so we can hold it, back of the thigh or the shin. Keep the right foot flexed. And watch the body take a naturally deep breath. Release the left foot and switch right foot down. Left ankle on top of right thigh. Pick up the foot and pull it in. And release the right foot. Plant the left foot. Take the arms to the sides. Feet are planted. Just drop the knees to the right. Turn the head to the left. Bring the feet back down and roll to the left edges of the feet. Turn the head to the right. Nice breath. And plant the feet. Release the feet to the corners of the mat. Bring the arms alongside the body, palms flipped up. Take a deep breath in through the nose. You can tense everything up. Close the eyes real tight. Toes, hands, biceps, thighs, everything activated. Exhale through the mouth and let everything go. And now we're just going to allow the body to go into a restful mode, letting it become heavy, feeling the weight of the arms, the weight of the legs, the weight of the head, the weight of the trunk. Allowing the eyes to relax. letting all tension leave the body. We don't have to do anything now. We don't have to say anything. We don't have to express anything. We can simply just be right here in a quiet state. Without moving anything quite yet, just notice what sort of mental state you're in, emotional state, physically notice. See that the body is more relaxed than before, more opened and stronger too. And then let's start to notice the breath, see how it's flowing through. And begin to take deeper breaths. Start to bring some movement to the hands and the feet. Stretch the arms behind, stretch the legs forward. And then when you're ready, bring the knees into the chest, wrap the arms around them. You can rock a little side to side. And then you might roll to the side so you can press up, or you might energetically rock right up to seated. Let's sit up tall, chin in slightly, palms together, close the eyes, and let's just take a moment to keep our attention inwardly and let ourselves feel the life that's moving through the body. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I honor the light in you that is the same light in me. Namaste.